I'm here with Obye today, a close friend and also a fellow survivor. And this is his book, the book he made about his experiences over many, many years, a labor of love and also healing, and telling the story of his truth. And just wanted to give a little snapshot of the book here. It's a really brave endeavor into both making art and expressing what is real. And this is 1959 beginning. So, Obye, it's an honor to be here at your home on Orcas Island. I'm very glad to just be friends and doing some work together here. And I just wondered if you would tell us a little bit about anywhere you want to start. But I was thinking about some of these early memories with the figures, right here. What's this about with the crib and these guys?
Yeah, the earliest, this wasn't a memory. It was told to me by my aunt, who's like 5 years older than I was, and
yeah,
she went into the room and she saw these dark shapes looking, kind of hovering over my crib.
Yeah,
and
she was quite psychic, wasn't she?
She was very psychic. All the women on my mother's side of the family, I guess, going way back, are very psychic, very gifted in that way.
Yeah. And do you feel like that also runs through your being as well, that ability?
Yeah. Definitely. Got a lot of that, and then I, through the events of my life.
Yes.
Being a survivor and all the trauma, through necessity, I think it amplified.
Would you
empathic abilities?
Yes, amplification of when we've had contact experiences and extreme trauma, that can really bring that out. At least in my experience, that's true. Can you want to share a little bit about your mom?
Well, my mother, this is how I interpret it, the information I've gathered. We were born, and she was born into a Christian cult.
Yeah.
And it was very tight and very secretive, and to the point where she had to start dating when she was like 12, because she had to be married when she was 14.
Yeah.
And she had to be out of the house by 15.
Yeah.
So, dating outside of this cult and everything was an issue. And so it came she and I, because she was so young when she had me, we were just kind of born into this Christian, at least fronted cult.
Yeah, and she was 16 when she had you.
Yeah, just barely.
And at what point was she? I believe she was diagnosed with some kind of mental illness. Is that correct?
Schizophrenia, but.
Yeah.
There were all kinds of things going on, Draco, heavy reptilian infiltration.
Yeah, there were, aren't there?
Yeah.
Can you find the page of the book where we have that? You did an art piece about, I think it's titled Schizophrenia, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
The schizophrenia piece. So guys, he's just flipping through this book, like I said, a labor of love as an artist over many, many years.
There's
we'll skip over. We're going to come back to the mother piece, but this one was really compelling to me, Obye. The old ones, they are lost in shadows and gray light. I could see them through a hole in front of my face, standing there, no movement, no sound. Who are they? What do they want with me? How can they reach me through a hole in front of my face? I am lost in shadows and gray light. And when I saw this, I was like, wow, that really feels like the gray ETs. What's your sense of this now as we're chatting about this so many years later?
Well, wow, hearing you read that, I mean, it really was...
It's emotional. Yeah, okay.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, let's hold space for that. Okay. Yeah.
But this is one of my earliest memories.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be at night when I would be laying in bed, and then they would just like a portal would just open, and they would just be there, and it would look kind of just like that. The three beings in a triangular shape or format.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew something was up, but there was no sound, there was no movement. It was just silent.
Wow.
And it happened more than once.
Yeah, yeah, and
that I remember.
Yeah, and this is you captured this so beautifully here in the book. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the schizophrenia piece, are you able to locate that? This book is like a monument. It's massive. It's so, I wish you guys could all be here, like feeling it in person, because these are each handmade.
This one is actually, that's armor.
So this is one of your altars?
Yeah.
Tell us about armor.
This is my all-purpose protector that I integrated, soon, early. And he was always there when I went out, when I had to deal with the world in general. That's who you would deal with.
And how do you feel?
Wouldn't deal with me. I would kind of be.
You're behind a little bit.
Yeah.
So was armor created through trauma and abuse, or how do you reckon that?
I think that he was created during the nightmare when I was attacked by my mother.
Yeah. Okay. Find that one.
Draco.
Find that one.
And here's insanity number 1.
Okay.
Remember, I did the Dark Child was insanity 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am insane. I know I used to be. Well, things are shifting for you. Yeah. So show us
here it is. Yeah, the nightmare.
The nightmare. Now, you've relayed this to me once, and it's so compelling. Tell us, and look at this, guys. This is all really patiently drawn. Yeah. So tell us about the nightmare.
Well,
this goes back to Obye's mom.
Yeah. Yep. So I had, and this happened when I was 30.
Okay. Thank you for the context.
Yeah. Quite late, I didn't remember anything in this experience before then.
Yeah.
And I guess because I couldn't really handle it before then. So it's that, I'm sleeping and I wake up, I'm in bed, it's late at night, and it was so real that for a long time I lay there trying to discern if it was a dream or if it was real. And finally I figured out that this was a dream, because when I got up, I could tell that I was young and small, and I heard water running, this trickling of water, like what you would have in a sink that was turned on real low. So that's what I was focused on. And for some reason, I got out of bed and I started heading towards the sound. So I went out of my bedroom and I turned right, and we had this hallway, and then you would turn right into the bathroom, and that's where the sound was coming from. So I started tiptoeing down the hallway, and it was it felt so bad.
Like scary. Was it scary? Or just dense and heavy?
When I was that young, I couldn't discern. It was just always horrible.
Okay.
Like dread, like you're tensed up. And so I got down to the edge, and then I turned to look into the bathroom. And this is the bathroom here. Okay. And it's not an exact thing, because if it were exact, my mother would be like here, and the sink would be here.
Yeah. And
she was doing something in the sink. And then this was behind her.
Oh, the reptilian was behind her.
Yeah. And more in the shadow, but you could see it. I could see it. And when I turned, they turned to look at me. Okay. And then that's when I saw the red eyes and
oh wow,
and the whole thing. And then the reptile, whatever it was, kind of, and my mother fused. Okay, he came right in her, and I guess he might have possessed her.
Yeah.
And then they came right at, I just charged me. And as they came at me, you know, I was in the process of leaving my body.
Yes, you were.
And so there was this pulling away and then going black at the same time, because I'm sure I was like fainting or passing out, or a lot of things happened in like a second.
It's so fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yet it's timeless and eternal in a way. It goes on and on and on. Yes, yes.
And anyways, right when it got to me is when it went black, and I was gone from the body. Yeah. And I think that's when armor was created.
Thank you for sharing that. That's so powerful. And I know my audience can appreciate that. And I appreciate it as somebody who saw my mother kind of shape-shifting as a kid and not understanding it, and how scary that was. So thank you. And how brave of you to go into this so directly into your experience with this book and all the art illustrations and all the poetry and all the writing. It's so powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really important as far as me being able to deal with all this stuff.
Yeah. And would you say for you as a way of processing everything and metabolizing it?
Oh,
of course.
Because all of these images, and especially the writing, you know, I went over and over it, you know, trying to perfect it as best I can. And you know, I tried to make it flow and sound nice too.
Well, it's brave because these are the things that are so confronting to the collective right now that a lot of people don't want to look at. And you've brought it out in a book that is very in your face. That wasn't the point, but just when people see it, you know, it's like, it's a lot because there's so much in here, and there's light, but there's also some elements of deep depravity and darkness. So we come back, and there's, how many pages in this book, Obye? Probably 150?
Actually,
I don't know.
No, God. I think it's almost 200.
Okay, there's a lot in here. So we had to pause to look for page 37. All right, here we are. Schizophrenia, a long-term mental disorder of a type involving a breakdown in the relation between thought, emotion, and behavior, leading to faulty perception, inappropriate actions and feelings, withdrawal from reality and personal relationships, into fantasy and delusion, and a sense of mental fragmentation. See paranoid schizophrenia. And then at the bottom we have see mother. And this was your mom. This is what you grew up with. And how disorienting that would have been for you as a very small child, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mother is difficult for me because I wasn't really around her until I started allowing myself to be present around her when I was like 11 and 12. Mm-hmm. Before that, I had an alter
who was relating with your mom,
armor or a version. I wasn't there.
Yeah. And
I was too afraid of her.
Right. And to be clear, you don't have a lot of memory of your early life. Is that true? Like it's spotty, or it's not continuous or contiguous?
No, it's not continuous.
Okay.
And most of the memories I do have are out away from the house.
Okay.
You know, in nature.
Yeah. Tell me about, now we're flipping, and we're, just to give some context, this memory of, what was the one that was when you were 30? I think
that was the nightmare.
That was the nightmare when you were 30 years old.
It.
But there's so many blips from your childhood. This is a little intimate, and you had mentioned seeing a girl tied to a chair in a memory. Are you willing to talk about that?
Yeah. It's one of the earliest of that, you know, the memories I do have, and I don't have that many that I've been able to access. Yeah. But I was in the back of a car driving between Redlands and Hemet, California. I was probably around 6 years old. And all of a sudden I had, again, another lucid situation, but this was, you know, during broad daylight, which I have a lot of that. Yeah. Actually. And I was when I leave the body, I'm always just kind of a little, a few feet below the ceiling, and just kind of moving in an arc. So I was from that vantage point, all right,
Yeah.
and it seemed to be in a big barn-like structure. It didn't seem to be in a house.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to be a lot of space, and there was a chair and a female tied to the chair in their underwear, in her underwear.
Yeah.
And it would start like she would be here, like facing this way, and I would be looking from this angle, and I would go around and kind of see her, but I would stop before I could see who was there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It stopped.
What do you make of that now as we reflect on this again, so many years later? What's your sense of all of that?
Well, I always wondered, okay, and it's evolved, obviously.
Yeah.
Even just, what was it, yesterday when we were talking? So it could be a blocked or artificial image of a girl, and it could have been me being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Well, we had talked about, we can, if it's so traumatizing and scary to remember, we can remember it as if it's somebody else.
Right.
And I said to you, that could have been you, and highly dissociated. Like, I've had memories and dreams come up in which I'm being abused, but the girl that I am is like freckled and has glasses and red hair, and it's not me, but I know it's me. It's how our mind deals with extreme trauma. It belongs to somebody else out there in third person, and it would be intelligent is a survival mechanism it's so far out in left field for you to be a woman. You're like, it doesn't even belong to me at all. It's not even the same gender. It couldn't have happened.
Right.
But that was something I had felt when I was looking at it a little bit intuitively.
Well, that makes sense. I can see how that could be, because I do project. So that's very possible.
Yeah, and it could just be a ritual you were at, some occult abuse that was happening as you witnessed this girl. But I felt there was an element of self inside of it when you told me that for the first time. Thank you for sharing that. It's a really vulnerable share to go into this stuff with us, and we're really appreciative of you sharing your story.
Well, I knew it was kind of inevitable at some point.
Yes, it is. This is like landmark, Obye. I'm so proud of both of us, how far we've come. Tell us about your first meeting with the 100-foot angel.
Well, that would have been, and these are all, I call them example memories.
Tell us what that means.
Well, I have like this memory is for that, and this memory is for that. But I also know that it was more than just that one time for any of one of these things. So anyway, the first time was, we were out in my front yard. I was probably 11, and my youngest brother, he was probably like 4. We were playing, and the kid next door was bullying my little brother. And so I thought, well, I'm going to have to teach him a lesson. So I go over, and I wasn't angry, but I just pushed him in the chest, and he went flying, and everybody was kind of shocked. And I was too, actually, because I didn't mean to hit him that hard or anything. But right when that happened, at that time, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All I knew was that something appeared, and I was locked down, and it felt like the law. I mean, it really felt like what a child would think God would feel like.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I was reverent like that too. I mean, anyways, this being that we now call the 100-foot angel did the information download, information transfer that was basically, I could not hit anyone when I was angry. That became a law. Yeah. That I could never do it after that.
And that
Um,
stayed with you, that mandate, that command,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Do you feel like that saved you in some way?
definitely. Because here's the thing: I was very physical. I
Hmm.
at all my life. I liked combat. I liked wrestling. I
Hmm.
liked fighting,
Hmm.
and I liked being. I didn't mind getting hit, and so if I had followed down that path, I could have really got sidetracked into combat sports, martial arts,
Hmm.
which I kind of was born knowing. So I didn't need to repeat that in this life. That
Yeah,
wasn't part of what I was here to
yeah.
do.
Do you feel, Obi, that you've also had some kind of protection throughout all of this journey for you?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have, I mean, my earliest memory was with the dyslexia, having to learn how to read.
Yeah.
And I was probably 5 then. And they were always, whenever there was a tight spot, either my angelic mother, my surrogate mother,
Uh-huh.
a beautiful female
Mm.
being,
Yeah, I feel her.
would appear and like usually save my life,
Mm.
basically,
Hmm. Hmm.
for whatever reasons.
Hmm.
The 100-foot angel was completely different,
Okay.
and it was more of the law,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
this super power that I never questioned it, never even after when they left. It was like normal.
Mm. Hmm. Hmm.
And I never, there was no, wow, what was that? What just happened?
Hmm. You just felt like you had your
Yeah, I
friends
just
around
kind of went
you.
back with what I was
Okay.
doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so as you're working your way through this massive journey, and being with so much, what do you sense is the higher soul purpose of all of this, if anything?
Well,
That's a big question.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
higher dimensionally, we were discussing the angelic and Draco
Hmm.
duality thing that,
Duality of light and dark. And I'd
yeah,
mentioned I'd been in meditation yesterday morning and I saw you as like half angel and half, reptilian, and
yeah,
sort of the integration of the two of those principles, right?
yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
light and the dark, and that whole battle is really the theme of this whole book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and I've always kind of bounced. It's always just float, kind of went back and forth between the two. And that's what this book does. It's not, yeah,
Yeah, it
and
is.
that's what I inside have done.
Yeah.
I go through and I've gone into some really deep and dark places and depressions.
Yes, you've been down in the
Yeah.
depths. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But I've also had experiences that are just pure divine intervention,
Hmm.
true, true interdimensional experiences where somebody will just, I'll be talking to somebody and then I'll see nothing but their light body, their crystalline,
Hmm. Yeah.
all of the physicalness will be gone.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe are you starting to see that in yourself as well? Maybe.
well, maybe now,
Yeah.
maybe there's hope.
Yes, there is. Yes, there's a lot going, there's a lot moving for you.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you have, like, if there's somebody out there, and I know I have people in my audience who are working through tremendous amounts of trauma right now, and we are in a way collectively doing that
Oh,
more and
yeah.
more so. So, do you have any words of wisdom or just something from your own experience that you want to share here?
Well, it's hard now.
Hmm.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
The ascension is just kind of, there's no hiding anymore. And so, the stuff that, like, this dark child that was kind of been my problem.
Oh,
And
right, right, right. Yes, little guy.
yeah, little guy, that's recently I've been able to see him, and all of the dark and shadows that he could hide and manipulate and work around and hide from me because I'm very, much in my head and my mind, and I'm, if there's something in there, I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all that darkness either got integrated or just let go of, and so now we've seen them, and now we're working with them. But you can look out into the world and what the collective is going through. There's a big kind of the same thing is going collectively for the human race right now, all around the planet.
Yeah.
And I see that. I'm like going, wow, I'm doing this, and the planet's doing that, and all the people I know are going through things, and so there's definitely a connection there.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it that well.
It's a lot to hold, and I'm putting you on the spot a lot here, so I thank you for your bravery.
Thanks, my first time.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm really just so honored I get to speak with you. And that little guy that we talked about am I right that he was maybe created through trauma? As you dissociated, somebody was there taking the abuse, and it's this little this little boy. So
it turns out that and I've been trying to destroy it. I've been trying to get rid of it.
Oh, thank you for naming that. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was whatever was, this was the voice of doubt. He was the voice of, wow, it would be really nice just to get out of this body, man. Just you be gone. This would be over. You could end it. This was the voice of always, having me trip up or say the wrong things or get sabotaged or constant sabotaging little things, just to kind of irritate me or keep me off balance.
And now we're maybe coming to a different, as I've been listening to you, there's growth and movement in how we might be regarding that little guy. And
big moment of forgiveness. Where I saw that actually he's the one that took it. He's the one that took the satanic, abuse. So, and then I kind of just turned on him. I just kind of left him.
And now we're bringing him back into the fold in the circle of light, of life, right? That's so powerful. My heart is so moved, and I'm getting teared up. So,
And the other thing that we got was that it was created through this intense, compressed hatred of self. Is what created the little demon. And it's amazing the intensity, the intensity that we went through. To create something like that, a thought form like that.
Oh, you're doing such beautiful work, Obye. A heart bow to you. A heart bow to you. I have a feeling we'll be back recording some more, but
Well, I mean, you're a big part of this, journey. For sure.
Guys, thanks for holding space for all this to come through. We're so glad you're also journeying with Obye and I today as you're listening. And to all you survivors out there, there's definitely hope, and you're not alone.